to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, double honors to the elders, great millstone, and salutation to all y'all here in my house and by bidding to the marriage. This is gonna be a quick video, talking about what's ahead of us, right? This article was before UK, right? And it's May 30th. So this article was made yesterday. Today is the May 31st. And this is getting into how there's going to be a blackout for UK, right? Let me read the title. 6 million UK households now face blackouts this winter as energy crisis deepens. What did the scripture say? Pray your flight be nigh in the winter. Because man, people, it's hot, right? But you can always just ACs, right? You can get a pool, you can get in the shower. When it's winter, if you don't have hand warmers, then I don't know what to tell you. If your heat ain't on, right? It's talking about, this is coming. This winter as energy crisis deepens. UK has been sent a dire warning as Russian invasion of Ukraine could plunge 6 million households in Britain into blackout. They're still blaming Russia, that scapegoat, Esau came up with a scapegoat blaming Russia, Oh, Russia, the food shortage, Russia, the energy shortage, Russia. Man, that plane just crashed. Russia was probably involved, it's like COVID, Russia, the war in Ukraine, the COVID spread even further. And they'll have like a whole article on it. Yeah, Esau psychopath. He's a psychopathic liar. In light of energy shortages, ministers have reportedly drawn up plans that could result in 6 million households facing rationing of electricity. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has aggravated a global fossil fuel energy crisis and has put European energy security at risk by threatening to shut off its flow of oil and natural gas in response to Western sanctions. So this is because of America, right? America sanctioning Russia. Russia's going to sanction Europe, As the UK vow to end the imports of Russian oil by the end of the year, the government is ready to bolster its electricity supply by extending the life of coal and aging nuclear power stations. According to a report from Time government modeling of a reasonable worst-case scenario predicts significant gas shortages and winter. Vladimir Putin decided to cut off more supplies to the EU. So if America, say, you know what? Since you guys are helping, since you guys are working with America, I'm gonna mess with you too now. They were at once allies, but the beast is gonna hate the whore. Going back to the Book of Revelations, when talking about how America is a woman, sitting on the beast, about how Esau, what America is doing is making their own allies mad at them because you're messing with their financially, their interest. The word I'm looking for is interest. At the start of next year, the UK could ration electricity for up to 6 million homes, mostly at peaks in morning and evening. These planned cuts could last for over a month and would likely cause energy prices to rise further, leaving UK GDP lower than forecasted. The government even has a worse model lined up for a situation in which Russia cuts off all supplies to the EU. In an effort to stave off such shortages, Business Secretary Kawasi has written to the heads of 3 of Britain's remaining coal-fired power stations to ask them to stay open for longer than planned. These coal-fired power stations were set to shut down in September under the country's plan to phase out coal by 2024 to reduce emissions. The government could give the aging Hinkley Point B nuclear power station in Somerset an 18-month extension. So what alternative does Europe have to Russian gas? US, Qatar, Norway, Australia, Canada. Okay, European import. So most of their imports come from Russia. Some from America, most Norway, Australia, or pipeline, LNG. So I think the red, talking about the pipeline, So this is coming. They're talking about blackout this winter in UK. So what makes you think it may not happen in America? America is not a America is not exempt, especially America. America is the worst country on the planet Earth, right? It breaks every script. Man, the Lord is vexed with this place. You can't really say he's not. All these hurricanes and power grids going down. Texas talking about there's gonna be another power grid shutdown. You know, where is it at? Why Texas power grid is vulnerable? Texas is designed to fail. I mean, yo, the way they just explain, like Esau, man, his words, his choice of words are just interesting. Like you would think, you know what, the Texas grid is getting it's old in age. It's gonna no, he said it's designed to fail. It's like he's telling you, yeah, well, we created this just so it could fail. Like no lying, no hiding it. Oh, he says designed to fail. Faulty infrastructure is only a symptom of a larger problem. The northern hemisphere and many parts of the world, according to the calendar, it is not yet summer in the northern hemisphere. But in many parts of the world, the weather would indicate a crippling heat wave created the hottest. Let's see what he says. Crippling heat wave created the hottest spring on record. India and Pakistan, Europe saw a heat wave of its own in May, with the temperature reaching historic highs across the continent. In the United States surprised unprecedented heat wave. Dozens of states saw spring temperatures the highest they've ever been. In Texas, the heat was bad enough to knock 6 power plants offline. Man, get the forcing state regulators as residents to help avoid a blackout by turning up their thermostat. Yo, this is ridiculous. Esau needs to shut up, bro. Like, this is ridiculous. I can't even take this serious, man. The heat wave is so powerful this time of year. It's gonna knock out power. Like, what? Out of all the years, there's a heat wave. Man, I don't want to read this whole. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Esau's excuse for a power outage that's coming this summer would be because of the heat wave, because of the summer heat. Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to get in. This sounds ridiculous. This is like it's so bull. You got this little devil here. I don't know why Esau chose the Edomite, but he thinks he's it. But Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5: Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding. Saying trust in Him. Don't worry about the blackouts, right? Don't worry about the food shortages that are coming. Because we're gonna have to go through these times for Yahushua to return. You would want this to happen. If you're in His truth, sincerely, and you see the signs, and Yahushua is coming back. His, Yahushua's kingdom is gonna be on earth. And if you don't want His kingdom if you don't want these prophecies to come to pass, then we're gonna be here for another 50, 60 years, and I don't think 2/3 want to. Honestly, Jake really the ones in the world really want to be here. Who wants? They're crazy. If it was up to them, man, we would have been here for another 100. Shit. I'll be like, man, that'll be heavy. With food prices climbing, the UN is warning of a crippling global shortages. Fears of a global food crisis are growing due to the shock of war in Ukraine, climate change, and rising inflation. Global is hitting the roof as food prices continue to go. I'm just trying to skim. Kristalani Georgieva, the International Monetary Fund manager, director, told the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland on Monday that the anxiety about access to food at a reasonable price globally is hitting the roof as food prices continue to go up. Last week, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned of the specter of a global food shortage in the coming month without urgent international action. The UN estimates that in the past year, global food prices have been risen by almost 1/3, fertilizer more than half, and oil prices by almost 2/3. According to the UN figures, the number of severely food insecure people has doubled in the past 2 years, from 135 million pre-pandemic to 276 million today. Now, more than 500,000 people are experiencing famine conditions, according to UN, an increase of more than 500% since 2016. In Ethiopia, Somalia, and Kenya, the number of people facing extreme hunger has more than doubled since last year, from roughly 10 million to more than 23 million today, according to the. If you like teach people how to, if you teach people how to like live off the land, this would never be happening. You know, Esau would. He wants you to trust in him. Like, Esau wants you to put your faith in him, right? Global food shortage, food prices going up. So like Esau is telling you straight to your face, hey man. He's telling you, hey dude, if you don't get it while I'm telling you, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like I'm telling you, Esau, he's being honest as much as he's not even on. He's a demon, Esau's even telling you, hey man, there's gonna be a food shortage coming. He's writing articles, writing news. Our people, our I see a bunch of Edomites preparing for this. I be on the internet. I be seeing Esau talking about stocking up. Even though that's not Esau talking about stocking up to the ceiling. It's all right to get a couple of things, but you shouldn't put your whole faith into it. But that's Esau. He's gonna have an underground bunker. He's telling you, or he like, go on YouTube. Hey guys, it's Danny again. We're gonna tell you about my underground bunker. It's like, you know, nobody, and people are gonna find out where you live. That's Jake ain't preparing for this. This is what's gonna happen. The brothers at camp last week, we were talking about how Jake is gonna be invading other neighborhoods. You know, people from the city are gonna be going in these countryside like Milton and all these other places for food. Because Esau's gonna be stocked up, and guess what? People are gonna go break into his house and steal it. It's gonna happen. Jake is gonna do that. You know. Jeremiah 30:6. This is coming. You gotta. We us the prophets. On the highways and byways, warning the people. Right. Um, we've been saying this for years. There's gonna be a global food shortage, energy shortage. The Lord, this is the day of the Lord. Day of the Lord is here, and he's showing you signs of what's coming before he comes. And if you're not taking heed, then you can be caught out there, right? Not only that, but Esau's even saying it. Esau's even saying, "Hey, man, the global food shortage." Esau's even writing articles about this, man. Joe Biden came out and said that he said there's gonna be a real food shortage coming in coming months. So if you don't, everybody's gonna tell you the prophets, Satan, Esau, Satan. Esau is the devil. He's the adversary. He's even telling you. Imagine that. So if you can, and Jake is still not listening. I'm like, bro, you're gonna. Yeah, for Jake, that don't. You deserve what happens to you. Eve is Eve. She's. The man, us men, is expecting more of us to be more circumspect about our surroundings. And and that's true though, because as a man you gotta take control of the situation. We both be looking out for what's happening. We gotta learn, know new things, right? Always researching something, always looking. But Jake nowadays just want to go to have fun. Have fun all the time, bro. You're not a kid no more. When you was a child, you spake as a child. You put away child. Though you had a time in your life. You don't be born like how do I say it? When you come out your mother's womb, you don't become an adult and go to work. You know what I mean? Like the Lord gives you the good days of your life. You have fun. You play kickball with your friends. You're right. You're a kid. You probably go to a party or two, right? Play soccer, basketball, whatever, right? You do all these fun things, Six Flags, but then you gotta have use the other half of your life to do things you need to do. Important things, necessities, you could say. you know. But Jake wants to be a kid forever. Jake, you can't be a kid. You got to grow up. This is what's gonna happen to most men. Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. So you're gonna have men, grown men, scared. Cause Jake ain't gonna know what to do. Jake can be like, yo, bro, let's go to that party down the street. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go and let's do some street racing. I don't know. Let's go watch the FIFA. Let's watch soccer. Let's watch NBA. The Celtics in the final. You know, everything but learn the name of the Lord or doing something productive. Like, reading the article that's coming. Read the articles about the food shortage, the energy shortage. Britain talking about a blackout this winter. Man, blackout in the winter, bro. I don't want. That's gonna be heavy. All that's for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble. But he shall be saved because there's gonna be a time of Jacob's trouble. Esau is gonna come down with great wrath, shooting people, spraying people, mostly Jake, right? And they're gonna be and Jake don't want to hear that. Jake wanna bullshit. You know, Jake want to do everything else, but I don't know about the name of the Lord. Jake want to be Muslim, Christian. Want to have fun, do the opposite of what the Lord wants, which is why we're in this predicament as we're in. Stiff-necked people. It's all right. Because the Lord's going to, you know, it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna see someone you're close to die, be dead in front of your eyes. You're gonna come home one day, right? Your girl, your child, there's gonna be someone dead right in front of your house, right in front of you, like it's gonna come. It's gonna get down. It's gonna come to it. You've been, stretched out. And the Lord said in Proverbs chapter 1, I stretched out my hand and no man regarded, right? So like he has stretched out his hand continually through the servants, the prophets, warning you day after day, year after month, season after season. We be in the winter, the fall, summer, the spring. You honestly have no excuse on why you didn't know this truth. And if you didn't know, you had someone probably in your family who did know and refused and didn't want to tell you. So their blood's gonna be upon their hands too. Everybody wants to have fun. Nobody wants to be serious. But with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, double honor to the elders, give no still. Till next time, I say shalom.